Hi geeks, today we're shopping at Trader Joe's. Pumpkin Palooza 2024 has officially started and the fall and pumpkin items have flooded into stores, so let's go check them out and see what there is to buy this week. In this video, I'll be focusing on the new pumpkin arrivals, so if there's any of the returning pumpkin items you would like for me to go over in more detail in a future video, let me know. Assorted mums in beautiful fall colors are here for $6.99. The mini succulent skulls are back. You can choose from white, blue, purple, black, and orange for $4.99. Also back are the Day of the Dead cats and dogs. Here is the dog and a closer look at the cat for $7.99 each. There's also more cats to choose from, but these have cactus in them. You can choose from orange or gray or black, and there was no price label on these. These beautiful succulent garden in these wooden boxes caught my eye, and these are $14.99. Pumpkins have arrived in all varieties. You can get pie pumpkins for $2.29 or fairy tale pumpkins for $3.49. Mini white pumpkins for 89 cents each, or the classic mini orange pumpkins for 89 cents also. Mini assorted gourds for 89 cents each, and also the mini tiger stripe pumpkins are back for $1.49. It's officially squash season as well. Acorn squash for $1.49, organic honey nut squash for $1.49, organic spaghetti squash for $2.99. Also there's butternut squash for $1.99 each, and my absolute favorite squash is back, the delicata squash. These taste sweet when roasted up and taste almost like a sweet chestnut, and you can eat the skin so you don't have to waste any of it, and these are $1.49 each. The Harvest Blend Herbal Tea is back. This is caffeine free. There was no price on this, but I think this is about like $2.49. Pumpkin Spice Rooibos. This is also a herbal tea for $4.99. Pumpkin Spice Coffee is back with new packaging and comes in a medium dark roast, which I'm not used to seeing because usually flavored coffees come in a light roast, and this is $8.99. If you're more into iced coffees, there's a new pumpkin spice cold brew coffee concentrate, which have gotten mixed reviews. People either really love it or hate it. This is made with 100% Arabica beans that's cold brew up to 24 hours. It has all the classic pumpkin spice blend of cinnamon, ginger, clove, and nutmeg, and is rounded out with a bit of orange peel. You mix 1 part concentrate with 2 parts of water or your milk of choice, and this is 32 ounces for $8.99. La Colombe is also jumping on the pumpkin wagon. This is a limited edition draft latte in pumpkin spice. This has 100 milligrams of caffeine, which is actually lower than their other flavors, 120 calories with 11 grams of sugar. This has reduced fat milk, cane sugar, pumpkin puree, and natural flavors. Frothy and creamy for $2.99 a can. Gluten-free pumpkin muffins are back. These are my favorite gluten-free muffin flavor, followed by the blueberry ones. These are made with pumpkin puree, pumpkin spice oats, and a spice streusel on top. You probably heard this a million times already, but the gluten-free muffins don't even taste gluten-free. They're so soft, moist, and fluffy, and these are $5.99. How excited are we about the new pumpkin spice mini sheet cake? A moist sponge cake flavored with pumpkin puree, warm spices including cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger. This is topped with cream cheese frosting. I missed out on the carrot cake mini sheet cake, so I definitely will be picking this one up to try, and this is $5.49. There's also a new pumpkin loaf, but my store was all sold out of it, so I'll share this with you when it comes in a future video. Pumpkin Overnight Oats is also back. I've tried this before when it came in a different container. To me, it tasted like pumpkin pie filling, which was great, but the consistency was a little too wet and gummy for me, and this is $1.99. Pumpkin O's are also back for $2.99. Another breakfast or snack option. This pumpkin walks into a bar. I think these are $2.99 a box. Pumpkin Biscotti is also back and also made with pumpkin puree. I tried this last year and really enjoyed them. They didn't have an overwhelming pumpkin spice flavor, which I appreciated. It is kind of plain, but that's what I liked about it, and these are $4.49. Another fan favorite, the Petite pumpkin spice cookies are back. These are shortbread cookies with pumpkin spice and a yogurt coating. Honestly, I know people absolutely love these, but they were surprisingly disappointing for me, which means there's more for you guys to enjoy for $3.99. I haven't tried the pumpkin spice JoJo sandwich cookies. This also has a yogurt coating. The covered JoJos generally tend to be overly sweet for me, but let me know if I'm missing out on anything for $4.49. Pumpkin JoJos are also back. These are really pumpkin forward and flavorful, but also very sweet that it almost tastes like a pumpkin dessert to me, and this is $2.99 a box. Pumpkin ice cream, another fan favorite, is back. I just wish this came in a pint size because this is just way too much for me to commit to, but if you have a gathering and serve a scoop of this to everyone, I'm sure they'd all enjoy it. Ingredients look pretty minimal for the most part, and this is $4.99. Pumpkin cheesecake is also back, and heard that this has a very mild pumpkin flavor. I've heard mixed reviews on this one, so if you guys have tried it, let us know what you think. And this is $7.99. The adorable Harvest chocolate collection is back. This includes Belgium white milk and dark chocolate and comes in the shapes of squash, apple, acorn, pumpkins, and baby corn. Great for a charcuterie board or for a cute little bite-sized dessert. 9 pieces for $4.99. Let's take a break from the sweets and check out the new Savory Squash Pastry Bites. This is a buttery pastry crust filled with a pumpkin and butternut squash, 4 different cheeses, creamy mascarpone, ricotta, tangy feta, and sharp parmesan, and finished with chopped chives. This would be great to add to a holiday spread. 4 bites for 220 calories, 14 grams of fat, 280 milligrams of sodium, 18 grams of net carbs, 2 grams of sugar, and 5 grams of protein. Bake this for 12 minutes in a 400-degree oven or 6 minutes in an air fryer, and you get 12 bites for $5.49. The iconic butternut squash mac and cheese is back. Everyone loves this so much. To me, this tastes more like nutritional yeast than it does butternut squash. It definitely has a more savory, almost umami flavor to it because they use stronger tasting cheese like Gouda, cheddar, and Parmesan. The texture of the rigatoni in this is what really makes it enjoyable to eat though, and this is $3.79 a box. Butternut Squash Lasagna is back. I think this was new last year. This is an egg pasta layered with butternut squash, bechamel cheese, Italian cheese, topped with breadcrumbs and pumpkin seeds. I've heard only good reviews on this, but this is high in sodium at 640 milligrams for 1 serving. But I'll be picking this up at some point this fall, and this is $4.49. All the pumpkin ravioli options have returned. Gluten-free pumpkin ravioli, which is a sweet ravioli, pumpkin gnocchi. I heard good reviews on this one as well. Honey roasted pumpkin ravioli, and here are the prices: $4.49, $2.99, and $3.99. More pasta options to choose from. Organic fall zucchini pasta made with butternut squash is back. These are so adorable, but if you cook them too long to soften them up, they do break apart, and this is $2.29 a bag. Highly recommend the autumnal harvest creamy pasta sauce made with pumpkin, butternut squash, and carrots, tomatoes, and cream. It's creamy and savory and also slightly sweet. It's so good to pair with any of the pastas that we just saw, and this is $3.99 a jar. Taking a quick break from the pumpkin items, there's a new Lemone Prudo. This is a cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil made with Sicilian lemons with only 2 ingredients, an 8-ounce glass bottle for $7.99. The fall soups are also back. My favorite, the pumpkin butternut squash bisque. This is slightly sweet and buttery, and I can definitely taste the sage in it. It's so good as a side to a sandwich or even as a main dish with a nice thick crusty piece of bread or sourdough. Harvest chili includes black beans, butternut squash, cauliflower, sweet potatoes, simmered with pumpkin puree and chili spices. This is $4.99, and the pumpkin bisque is $4.49. Also, the Thanksgiving sides are back super early this year: 4 cheese scallop potatoes, roasted cauliflower and orzo, and cornbread stuffing. These are all $5.99. They had the California roll for a while now, but the new vegetable roll finally arrived in Southern California stores. This includes carrots, avocados, and cucumbers, and comes with a soy sauce packet and a ginger packet. 240 calories for the entire container for $5.99. Moving on to the cheese section, there's a new caramelized onion goat's milk cheese. This has sweet caramelized onions paired with a tangy and tart goat milk cheese, which sounds delicious. Pair this with fruit like a fig with a cracker, or pair this on a crostini, a toasted bagel. This would also be great on a burger, sandwich, or even add it to a puffed pastry. This has microbial enzymes, so this is a go for my vegetarians out there. And this is $3.49. Creamy Toscano cheese dusted with cinnamon is back. There's only one side covered in cinnamon, and honestly it's very mild, so if you want you can sprinkle some more cinnamon powder on it yourself, and this is $10.99 per pound. White Stilton cheese with apple and pear is new. This is made only from locally pasteurized cow's milk, and it's infused with a sweet apple and pear compote and dried red apple pieces, and aged for 6 weeks. Crumble this over a salad or pair this with the pumpkin cranberry crisps or sliced apples and pears, and this is $11.99 per pound. Chicken uncured bacon ranch dip. This is new. This includes white chicken meat, shredded sharp cheddar cheese, uncured bacon, and ranch seasoning. You can have this cold or warm it up for 30 seconds to a minute. This is 90 calories for 2 tablespoons, 8 grams of fat, 20 milligrams of cholesterol, 180 milligrams of sodium, 1 gram of carb, 3 grams of protein, and there is canola oil, soybean oil in it from the mayonnaise, and natural flavors and maltodextrin, and this is $5.49. The fall leaf beef corn tortilla chips are back. These are really cute, but honestly not my favorite taste-wise, and a bag is $3.99. Pumpkin cranberry crisps are also back. This is crispy, savory, and sweet crackers, which complements cheese or a bowl of soup, and these are $3.99. Another new item in the midst of all the pumpkin items, chili seasoned dried mango made with organic Kent mango. This is a sweet, tart, salty, and spicy snack for 130 calories for 7 pieces, 120 milligrams of sodium, and 16 grams of natural sugar. A 6-ounce bag is $4.99. Back to more pumpkin items. Pumpkin bisque is back again another year. People either love or hate this one. I sampled it a few years ago and enjoyed it, but this is a really rich soup. It's higher in calories also, and this is $4.99. Another fan favorite, the Autumnal Harvest Soup. This is a creamy tomato-based soup with pumpkin and butternut squash. For those watching out for sodium, this has 740 milligrams per serving. All the ingredients look really good, and I like to add spinach or kale to this when I'm warming it up, and this is $4.99. Here's a sneak peek of a new Halloween sprinkle that should be arriving soon, and I assume this will be $1.99 a bag. On to more new items. There's a new almond paste that you can bake with to make cookies, add to your pastries or croissants. Someone even mentioned adding a smidge to their coffee. This does contain wheat, so unfortunately it's not gluten-free. It's a product of Denmark, and it suggests using it also to make candy or add to pie crusts. This is $3.99. Baking season has arrived because all of the vanillas have arrived. The double-filled Bourbon vanilla extract with vanilla bean seeds, 3.5-ounce glass bottle, which doesn't expire until 2027 for $7.99. This is a new one, double fold alcohol-free bourbon vanilla extract. Just a reminder to shake it up before using. This one contains glycerin instead of alcohol, and also $7.99 for the same 3.5-ounce size. If the extracts aren't for you, Trader Joe's also now carries bourbon vanilla beans, just one ingredient, vanilla beans, which is interesting because where is the bourbon flavor coming from? If you guys know, fill us in. This is a product of Madagascar, and you get 2 stalks for $2.99. Another new item for your baking needs, dark chocolate chips. These are vegan, gluten-free, and dairy-free. Dark chocolate chips with no sugar added and include allulose, great for those on keto or low carb. 3 ingredients, unsweetened chocolate, allulose, and cocoa butter, and this is a product of Colombia. This is an 8-ounce bag for $3.99. The caramel sea salt baking chips are also back. I actually prefer eating them as is and adding it to a trail mix or on top of yogurt or ice cream instead of actually baking with it, because you can taste the caramel and sea salt more when it's not melted, in my opinion, and this is $3.49. Pumpkin butter, this is another classic that has been around since the beginning of Trader Joe's time and probably is one of the first pumpkin items that started Pumpkin Palooza. This has a thicker, jammy, smooth consistency and has a strong pumpkin spice flavor. The jar says you can add this to your homemade pumpkin soups, which makes me think, I wonder how this would taste in a cup of coffee, and this is $2.99. Also, just wanted to take a moment that there's a lot more to show you guys, but I tried to keep this video to just pumpkin items and new arrivals, but I'm working on another video with all of the maple and apple items, so stay tuned for that. Back to more of the classic pumpkin item staples that come back every year. The gluten-free pumpkin pancake mix for $4.49, as well as the regular version for $3.99. Organic pumpkin puree for $2.49. And now for a new pumpkin item this year, the pumpkin and spice Snickerdoodle cookie mix. This is a Snickerdoodle cookie dusted with pumpkin spices. I've read some reviews that said to cook it for a couple minutes less because these crisp up pretty quickly. So the sweet spot might be baking them for 9 to 11 minutes as opposed to the 10 to 12 minutes recommended on the box. And this is $3.99. Do not sleep on the pumpkin bread and muffin mix. I tried this for the first time last year and this blew me away with how good it is for $3.49. You could eat that pumpkin bread on its own, or you can pair it with the pumpkin cream cheese on top, which is also back. And another new item, the Pumpkin Ultra Moisturizing Hand Cream. They have been coming out with new scents almost every season now for the hand creams, but they never had one for fall, so you might want to grab it for a limited time for $4.99. They also brought back the tried and true pumpkin body butter, which I've gotten before, and it has a nice mild pumpkin scent, and it almost smells like fresh bananas to me also, for $4.99. Pumpkin body scrub with exfoliating brown sugar is also back for $6.99. And here's another new item, the orange and spice scented candle and room spritz. Here's a closer look at them. The spritz includes orange, clove, and cinnamon oils. I forgot to spray the spritz, but I did smell the candle and it has a nice mild orange creamsicle scent to me. So I didn't pick up any spices too much. It almost smelled like orange and vanilla. This could be a small gift for $5.99. The cute felted wool pumpkins are back to decorate your home or office for $6.99 each. The vanilla pumpkin scented candle is also back for $3.99. Also, the ivory pillar candle came back super early this year. Usually this comes back during the holidays. This has a burn life of 80 hours and it's great the way it burns because it burns very clean without the wax getting everywhere for $3.99. Trader Joe's never leaves out our puppies and always comes out with seasonal treats for them. You can treat them to the Harvest Brunch this fall, which is a turkey, apple, and pumpkin waffle recipe. And if they don't like those, they can always try the pumpkin maple bacon dog treats, which have been around for a couple of years now, and this is $4.99 a bag. Moving on to some produce, Mandarin oranges are back. You can get a big 2-pound bag for $3.49. I was surprised to see pineapple kebabs right now, but this is for people who want to enjoy the last bits of summer. This includes pineapples, red onions, and green bell peppers for $4.49. Also wanted to let you guys know that I heard the viral mini canvas totes are supposed to arrive back in stores September 18th. I also heard through the rumor mill that they might be coming out with pastel colored ones next spring, so we shall see. That's it for shopping this week, but there's going to be another video coming soon with even more fall items, so stay tuned for that. And I'll be reviewing the new pumpkin mini sheet cake. And to end this video, I went to Starbucks to celebrate the kickoff of pumpkin season by having a pumpkin cream cold brew and a pumpkin cream cheese muffin. And that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give this a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and until the next video, ciao guys!